Bouchard with 56 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Here's Leon Draisaitl. He was a horse in round one, driving in, and Shilov's kicked it out. Bouchard the keep, swept across for McDavid in the circle, surveying, holding to the goal line and underneath. Nugent Hopkins back out for McDavid, top of the circle. On the exchange with Draisaitl. 5 goals in the first round in 5 games. To the goal line, Nugent Hopkins, score! Fed it across to Zach Hyman, and how do you stop the Oilers' man advantage?
Obviously Draisaitl and McDavid, but they want to create 2-on-1s down low. So watch Draisaitl, just patience with the puck. Watch Hyman, and he was literally far post on Shilovs, and he moves to the outside. He gets a pass from Nugent Hopkins, and it's just a perfect play, a wide open net for Hyman.
Flung ahead, Pius Suter. Game 6-0 on the move with a shot that got blocked. And on a reload, flung it on, it's Stuart Skinner. Hronek harassed by McDavid, but moved it along. And here's a breakaway. Moving in, Garland to the backhand. Denied by Skinner. Kicked it out toward the line for DiGiuseppe, who spins it to neutral ice, but knocked down by Bouchard. On the move, Draisaitl. A shot that's in. Rebound was loose for Fogle. Fed along to the corner for Janmark. Spun back for McDavid. Dropped on for a cutting. Ekholm with a shot. And a big save, Shilovs.
And Suter just loses the switch on the defensive side of things. Just watch McDavid come up, and you can see Suter just doesn't stay with Ekholm. That's his guy as the winger. And Ekholm.
And lugged ahead by Evander Kane. Moved it up toward Draisaitl. Picks it up himself. Kane slid it across the crease. Back down. Draisaitl's got it. Draisaitl to feed. Ekholm away. Score! It's 2-0 Oilers in game 1.
The Edmonton Oilers are trying to come out. He jumps up and gets it into the other zone, but then he turns it over and allows the Oilers to come back the other way. And then this is another turnover here in the D zone. It goes right to Draisaitl. He has all kinds of time to find Mattias Ekholm, and just not a smart play.
Hughes moved it along. Bouchard kept it in, and now Hyman behind the net. Hyman darts up with a backhander, trying to rise high on Shilov. Back toward McDavid. Hoglander under pressure from McLeod. Cole along the line. A wrist shot. Caught off, and it nearly went home for the Canucks. What did you like about that shift at the end of the first?
Well, they held the puck. You know, they weren't turning it over in the offensive zone. They got a line change. Fresh bodies out there.
They score off the end boards. Dakota Joshua deposits it for the Canucks.
Face-off battles, and that's what they did in the latter part of the first period. Here's another good example of it with Lindholm winning the face-off. And look at the bounce off the boards. That shot literally kicks off the backboards. It goes right to the other side, and who's there but Joshua to put this behind Stuart Skinner, and this place is alive here in Vancouver.
Along the half wall, worked back to the line for Cole. Got that pass Draisaitl in toward McCann. Susie pitches back to McCann. McCann the backhand. Stonewalled by Skinner. Evander Kane picks it up. And Ian Cole tried to bring it down. And now Derek Ryan speeds in without numbers for the Oilers. Drops it deep. Score! How about that? Suddenly for Edmonton, and the lead's back to 2.
And it goes up the ice. There's a little bit of a change from Vancouver, but they look like they have... You know, we were talking about it earlier, how there's 9 players that are playing less ice time. Well, there's 5 that are playing more than last year's playoffs, and CC's one of them. Over 2 minutes more on average than last playoffs, and that's the trust that Knobloch has in him and other defensemen like Desharnais.
Hyman with a shot. Score! It's a 4-1 Oilers lead.
And I'm just watching Rick Tocchet here to see if he's going to look down the bench at Casey DeSmith. And as Hyman shoots this, I think it hits the stick ever so slightly of Myers and changes direction, but this is one that Sheloff has to have. Just a good butterfly. There you see the stick. It does hit Myers, and it goes right between the legs of Sheloff's.
Lindholm in support, trying to finish a check. Joshua toward the net, and that went through. Picked up in the corner by Edmonton. Physical play from Dakota Joshua. Backhanded out. Lindholm moved it toward Joshua, and it takes a bounce home for goal number 2 for Vancouver.
And this one takes a funny bounce right in front of Stuart Skinner, but good job by Vancouver. They outnumbered the Oilers on the forecheck. Lindholm takes his time, reads what he has. He's trying to pass this across to Dakota Joshua, and it goes right off the stick of Stuart Skinner. And in behind him, originally I thought maybe it was Darnell Nurse.
Here's Besser, pulls up at the half wall, trying to feed it back for Miller, who held it in. Now Susie for Besser. Besser toward the net, into the corner. Susie picks it off the wall. Back to Besser, to the goal. Yeah! J.T. Miller, and it's a 1-goal game.
No idea that's coming. It hits the post, and the Canucks are able to go the other way. But watch this play by Susie. He puts it all the way across east-west, and the tip by Miller to finish this off. And now it's a 4-3 hockey game, and you can see Skinner's out there thinking maybe.
Dropped back for Elias Pettersson. Retrieved by Besser. Hughes a feed. Lindholm a shot. The glove save by Skinner.
For the Vancouver power play, this shot off Quinn Hughes hits the back of the leg of Besser. And
now McKay. Got a pass out. Vancouver exits, chipped along by Höglander. Here's Bluger. Bluger pulls up, back to the line. Zadorov! Tied!
Puts it right in the middle of the D zone. It ends up getting chipped through the neutral zone. A good little cutback. You can see by Bluger just waits for Zadorov to cross the blue line, make sure it stays on side, and puts a perfect pass for him to tee it up. And Skinner just doesn't catch it off his stick. There's not much traffic from Vancouver in front, but you can see, and there it tips off Corey Perry.
How about the 3rd goal of the playoffs for Nikita Zadorov, and 2 goals in 4 minutes for Vancouver to tie. 4-4 in game 1. In this all-Western Canada showdown. Joshua for Garland, speeding in, pumps, scores!
And here's the pass, Zadorov, again, just a stretch pass right out to Dakota Joshua. It's a set play. Look at the speed of Garland. Nurse is caught flat-footed because he's guarding Joshua.
And meanwhile, Edmonton hasn't had a shot on goal since Zach Hyman's 2nd goal with about 7 minutes left in the second. Kane a shot. She lost the stop. Loose in front as it popped away from him.